All right, welcome everybody. We've got the Americans playing today. We just watched about an hour ago. We've watched Gauff, not Gauff. That was yesterday. We've watched Pegula versus Keys, and now we've got Fritz and Anisimova playing, Musetti and Wong. So it's a pretty big day today. Today's the last stacked day because tomorrow we watch the quarterfinals onwards. We watch everything, so it's going to be sort of a little bit less hectic tomorrow. A little bit more straightforward because all the matches on Rod Laver. So we won't have to worry unless the Australian Open decide to to spread the matches out over. I don't know. Did they do that last year? I hope not. I don't remember. Did they do I think they might have done like 3 on Rod Laver and then 1 randomly out in the middle of nowhere. Did they do that? Or did they do 4 in a row? I can't remember. I can't remember. They might have. 30 Love Wong. And this move is going to be tough to beat. Yeah. Yeah, Pegula won about an hour ago. All right. Apparently, Fritz versus Musetti is a 50-50. So that's interesting. As Anisimova hits it out at the return, it's 40 love. All right, 40-15. But yeah, does anyone remember the schedule from last year? I could probably look it up real quick. Oh no, we had all the quarterfinals back to back. That's good. On this day last year, we had Swiatek versus Lees. We had Rune versus Sinner. We had Keys versus Raducanu. Shelton Monfils. So there was some crazy matchups. Kazatkina versus Navarro. We also had Tien versus Sonigo. So it was a pretty hectic week. Day 9 last year. All right, 15 love. Fritz serving first. Who you got? I'm going to go Fritz in 5 just because I want 5 sets. I don't care if Musetti can win in 5 for all I care. All I want is 5 sets. Give us some tennis. Enough of this straight sets bullshit that we're playing. I mean, we're better than this. The matches should not be this one-sided. 30 love. I'll take a tiebreak at this point. I'm just hungry for something. Come on. 15 love. All right, 30 love. As we return now to the forehand of Musetti, down the line at the back of Fritz. Musetti. Forehand again to the forehand of Fritz. Into the forehand of Musetti. Fritz. Down the line at the back of Musetti. That's Fritz. Forehand again to the back of Musetti. Into the forehand of Fritz. Musetti. Can't get that. 40 love Fritz. $15. This can play. This time, can you play the tiebreak intro if we get tiebreak? No. That intro disappeared with the file transfers. I don't know what happened to it. 15-0. As we get a return now to the forehand of Anisimova. She comes in with a volley. And it's 30-15. 30-15. Good serve, 40-15. (40-15) is Anisimova serves. In the backhand of Wong. Anisimova backhand. To the backhand of Wong is Anisimova with a forehand to the forehand. To the backhand of Wong again, but it's in the net this time. And it's 40-30. As Fritz with the point, love 15. How long would it take to re-record and get the sound bites extra? TJ, mate, you give me so much work to do. What are you doing? 40-30. You put me to work. It's not like I have to watch 7 matches today in a row. All right, 2-1 Anisimova. Broncos would have gone into overtime if they had not had kicked a field goal. Okay. Okay. (2-1) Anisimova. That's all right, DJ. Yeah, it's just not. It took so long to put them all together, and then when they all got lost, it was like years of work, years of work, ongoing like tweaking and stuff. And then like, it's just not worth starting from scratch doing that again. All right, 30-15 Musetti. Up the storm. What storm? 30-15 is going to serve about what? The backhand of Musetti. Backhand of Fritz, but it's Musetti with a fault. Second serve. That goes out by Musetti, and it's 30-0. A chance for Fritz to get a break here. Musetti serves. A fault, second serve. (30-0) second serve. Musetti into the forehand of Fritz. Musetti forehand down the line. Fritz backhand. Into the backhand slice of Musetti. Fritz with a forehand into the forehand of Musetti. Down the line of the backhand of Fritz. Musetti with a slice in the net. Fritz has got a break point already. 30-40. And a good serve by Wong. 30-love. All right, Musetti hits another fault. Second serve. Serve to the forehand of Fritz. Slice from Musetti into the forehand of Fritz. Musetti with the backhand cross court. Fritz gets it. Musetti slice again. Fritz with the volley. Goes wide. Back to deuce. And Wong holds. I tell you, Wong's got a lot of support in this crowd. 2-0. 2-2. All hey, what's going on? Lots of snow here. Well, stay safe. All right, deuce as that goes in the net by Fritz. Advantage Musetti. As that goes out by Wong, and it's 15 love. As Musetti with a drop shot. Fritz going to get up with a slice, but he hits it wide. 1-1. All right, Anisimova with another good serve. 30 love. That goes in the backhand from Anisimova, and it goes in the net. 30-15. 30-15. I hope Zhang does come back healthy. Yeah, same here. As the return goes in, the front of Anisimova, and she puts it away. 40-15. 40-15. As that goes wide by Fritz on the forehand. 15-all. All right, 40-15. Anisimova to take the lead again as we get a 4-4 rally. Wong into the front of Anisimova. Wong forehand again to the front of Anisimova. She goes down the line. Great shot, Anisimova. And it's 3-2. Anisimova leads. Into the backhand from Fritz. Into the backhand slice of Musetti. Fritz backhand down the line. Musetti gets it with a forehand cross. Fritz on the stretch goes in the net. 15-30. Chance for Musetti to get a break point here. Uh, 15-30. Fritz serves. Into the backhand of Musetti. Fritz with the forehand of the front of Musetti as Fritz overhit it. 15-40. 15-40. All right, 15-40. Break points, Musetti. Return is into the backhand of Fritz. Cross court, the backhand of Musetti. Sliced. Into the front of Fritz is Musetti. Hits it long. 30-40. All right. Wong with a serve. 15 love. And Fritz survives, gets the deuce. Jovic versus Sabalenka, the new future number one. Okay. All right, advantage Musetti to get the break in this first set. Michael Chang is working with Lerner Tien, yes. As Wong hits another great serve, 30 love. 7 to the back of Musetti, returning the net. Fritz survives, back to deuce. Now we do have Anisimova. We're back in it coming up against Mertens later. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. And then, of course, Sinner versus Dardiri is happening. Or Dardiri, I don't know how to... I'm sure I get told how to say it. That's happening in about 4.5 hours. So we'll watch that, and then of course we'll watch Swiatek, and then tonight we've got Shelton versus Rude, and just for all, a special extra match with Alexandra Eala playing over in the Philippines, which I'm excited to see what the crowd's like, because the whole reason they're going to Manila for a W2 125 is mainly because of the Eala's success. The other reason is because there's a lot of people from the Philippines that are now into tennis, so give those fans a chance to see it in the flesh, see it for real. Some of the best players going there too. So you've got top 100 players playing down there. It's not like I think there's two players in the top 50 that are playing as Anisimova hits the tape, goes in. Wong hits a lob, but it goes long. And it's 40-30. So we'll see what the crowds are like. I'm confident that the Eala is going to get people to watch, but it'd be interesting to see the players like Osorio and those kind of players who are playing that event as well, what their crowds are, and if the crowds are showing up for everybody. Hopefully they are. Hopefully they're just like hungry for tennis and they show up for every tennis match. All right, 2-1, Fritz. He holds eventually. As Wong double faults. And we get to deuce. Okay. Wong serves the fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the backhand of Wong. Backhand out from Anisimova. Into the backhand of Wong as Anisimova. Backhand down the line winner. Beautiful shot. Advantage Anisimova. Advantage Anisimova. As Wong serves the fault, second serve. Serving to the backhand of Anisimova. Wong gets it back to the backhand of Anisimova, who goes down the line to the front of Wong. Anisimova. Backhand cross court is out, and we get the deuce. Back to deuce. As Wong hits a great serve. This crowd has gone crazy for Wong, I tell you. They are so invested in Wong. All right. As Wong hits a winner, it's 3-0. She holds on. All right. 3-0. As Anisimova serves the back of Wong. Return goes back into Anisimova. Wong slice. But it's not good enough. And Anisimova puts it away. So Fritz 2-1 up, but Musetti is serving. As he goes to 40-15. 4-0 from Musetti's a winner. 2-all. 2-all. All right, 15-all here. All right, as Wong hits that one out, 30-15. As we just serve now from Anisimova. As Wong hits it out, 40-15. All right, 40-15 is with a serve now from Anisimova to get the lead. Serve to the front of Wong. Wong hits it out. 4-3 Anisimova. Okay. 4-3. Kyrgios Fernandez is playing soon. All right, we'll keep an eye on their doubles later. 15-all. Fritz serves. Into the front of Musetti. Fritz with a slice goes long. Great return, Musetti. 15-30. 15-30. All right, 15-30 as Fritz serves again. As the return goes the forehand of Musetti. Fritz with a forehand again to the front of Musetti. It's Fritz with a backhand cross court. Slice from Musetti. As with a forehand again from Musetti now to the forehand of Fritz. As Musetti goes again with the forehand to the forehand of Fritz. Fritz in the net. Musetti outlasts him. 15-40. Musetti to get the break. 15-40. Wong's only chance is to camp in the tiebreak. You reckon? All right, Fritz. Down break points here. Anisimova love 15. Return goes back in Fritz. Back in our slice from Musetti is good to the front of Fritz. Musetti down the line to the back end of Fritz as Musetti hits another slice. Into the front of Fritz. Musetti backhand again. Down the line. Great shot. Fritz gets it back. Musetti forehand. Cross court. Fritz gets it back. Musetti on the attack. Forehand cross court. Lob goes up by Fritz. Bounce smash. Musetti gets the break. 3-2 to Musetti. Good start. 22 minutes in. 15-all here. And Anisimova looking for that break. $30-15. Wong. Blunted. Thank you, Blunted, for the 5. For the 2, no, I don't think Demonor will beat Musetti. Sorry, will beat Alcaraz. I think if Demon gets a set, I'll be happy. I don't think he'll beat him. All right, 40-15. As we return out of the 400, Wong, backhand from Anisimova, goes down the line and long, and it's 4-0. But no, sorry, I don't think... if Demon wins a set against Alcaraz, I'll be so excited, but I do not... I just don't see it. I just can't. Alcaraz... Nobody can beat Alcaraz. Unless he plays bad. All right, 4-0. Back to Anisimova. All right, 4-0. Also, Musetti's got the early break here, 3-2. There's a bit of forehand in the net from Fritz. 30-love Musetti. Good serve Anisimova. 15-love. Waiting for the schedule tomorrow? Well, I can tell you this. The schedule is going to be Sabalenka plays first. Sabalenka versus Jovic will be the first match of the day. Followed by the Zverev versus Tien match. And then the night session will be Demon or Alcaraz, followed by Gauff Svitolina. So you don't even need to wait for the schedule because I've just told you it. 40-love. And if it's not that, then Gauff might be before Demon, but maybe, I mean, to make it... no, I think Gauff will be second. They'll want to put Demon on at 7 p.m. prime time against Alcaraz. They won't want to put it on too late, otherwise nobody will watch. All right, 40-love. Musetti to consolidate the break. Anisimova also gets a 40-love with the backhand winner. All right, good serving Musetti, 4-2. 4-2. All right, 40-love here. Anisimova to go to 5-4. Serve is too good. Anisimova stays in front. 5-4. 5-4. Yeah, Jovic versus Sabalenka should be the first match tomorrow. It will be the first match tomorrow because they both played first match yesterday. I'm not sure what time they start though. That's the only thing I don't know. They could start at 12 o'clock. They could start at 11 if it's too hot. They want to bring it forward. I could see them bringing it forward to like maybe 10:30, 11 to try and avoid like the middle of the afternoon, so there's no matches between. There'll be a break between, but there'll be, it won't be stinking hot. So they might start actually a bit earlier. Maybe they'll start at 10:30 to try and avoid it, but we'll see. My guess would be, if that's the case, they're going to bring... So Sabalenka Jovic would be at 10:30, first thing, and then 12 o'clock would be Zverev Tien, which is going to be... It could be a physical battle. And then night session starts at 7 anyway. 15-love. Fritz in the net with the backhand, 15-0. All right, 15-0. Fritz serves a fault, second serve. Serve in the back of Musetti. Return goes to forehand of Fritz. Musetti forehand on the stretch. Fritz again to the forehand of Musetti as Fritz. Cross court again. The slice of Musetti as Fritz hits a forehand inside out. Musetti with a slice. Backhand Fritz is long and it's 15-30. By the way, chat, we haven't talked about this because we just got here, but who would you rather play Djokovic, Fritz or Musetti? Because I'm watching this going, I want to see Musetti play Djokovic. Like, this Musetti against Djokovic is kind of interesting. Fritz, obviously, against Djokovic has never had a good record. He's never won a match. But the way Musetti's been playing this week, I want to see what he can do against Djokovic. He's looking supremely confident. All right, there's Musetti with a forehand cross-court winner, and he's got another chance to get the break. Double break. All right, 15-40. Chance for a double break. As Musetti slice, goes into the forehand of Fritz. Fritz in the net, there's the double break. 5-2, Fritz is not happy. Also Anisimova 15-30, she's about to get the first set, but she hits it out, 30-all. All right, 30-40 set point for Anisimova to take the first set. As Anisimova in the net on the return, and Wong gets to deuce. All right, as Wong comes in there, puts it away. Advantage. Wong. This is going to go straight sets. What is? Oh, the Fritz match? Musetti's on fire. As we get an ace from Musetti, 15-love. Wong holds, 5-5. Saves a set point as well. I'll tell you, if Anisimova loses this set, she might get a bit angry. Play around and find out. You have it locked in. What's up with Fritz? Okay. Good serve. Musetti, 30-love. He's playing Musetti, that's why. Okay. Nice return there from Wong. Love 15. All right. Set point in for Musetti. 40-love. To take the first set, it's all of a sudden just Musetti flying away. Serve out wide the back of Fritz. Return into the forehand of Musetti. Fritz can't get it. Musetti too good. Way too good. 6-2. Musetti way too good for Fritz. Man, I want to see this guy play Djokovic tomorrow in a couple of days. I want to see Musetti Djokovic. 8 winners, 7 errors, Musetti. 4 winners, 10 errors from Fritz. Fritz's serve was garbage, but Musetti, super aggressive and super clean within the rallies. Can Musetti beat Djokovic? Well, that's another question, but I just want to see him play him. I mean, this is a great-looking Musetti. Like, his game is ridiculous. Well, we know he has the talent, right? We know the talent's always been there, but the confidence. I know he played him in Athens, right? Couple of months ago. But you got to remember, that was in a final. And Musetti, unfortunately, as good as he's playing now, he can't play like this in finals for some reason. He just has a finals block at the moment. But, yeah, I mean, you put Djokovic in a quarterfinal, and it's a big step up for Djokovic, who didn't get to play Menchik, right? So Djokovic going from, third round of quarterfinals, and this is the guy you got to play? That's going to be tough. Great test for Djokovic, obviously, but also Musetti might rate his chances against Nole. And he has pushed Djokovic before it, on the clay. But this looks like a different guy. It's a different Musetti. All right, here we go. 30-15, Anisimova at 5-5. As return goes back into Anisimova, back into from Wong. Anisimova back into the back of Wong. Into the front of Anisimova. Wong in the net, 40-15. As Fritz serving first in the second. After Musetti took the first 6-2. 4-1 down the line from Fritz is too good. 15-love. Djokovic cannot dream of a better chance of winning a slam, though. Having a big rest in the middle of the tournament. Yeah, but I don't think that matters if this match doesn't go the distance. Because part of the benefit of Djokovic having a day off today... By the way, Djokovic had a tough match against Van der Zandschulp, but not like a 5-hour marathon, right? So it's not like Djokovic needs a 3-day break. But also, like, the only way it really benefits Djokovic is if Musetti and Fritz play for a long time. Because then that way he goes into that match with whoever wins this match at a physical disadvantage for them, right? If Musetti wins this in an hour and a half, then he's playing a fresh enough Musetti. Like, it doesn't matter if he had 3 days off and Musetti had 1 day off. If Musetti doesn't get tested, then there's no advantage for Djokovic. Having a day off only benefits him if this match goes, is tough. Because he's not going to have a physical advantage over Musetti if this is the way it's going to happen. He needs Musetti or Fritz to come through a grueling, 3-4 hour battle where they'll come into Djokovic's match a little bit depleted. And also, he'd probably rather play Fritz, right? Less wear and tear for Djokovic in the later stages. Yeah, but I mean, the way Musetti's playing, how's he going to beat this guy if he's fresh and firing? You're looking at Sinner. I'm looking at Musetti, right? Djokovic can't. He's not. Sinner's not there yet. He's not in the semis yet. Djokovic will have to get through one of these guys, and especially Musetti right now, he is looking scary. Wong trying to get to the tiebreak. All right, 15-love as that goes the net by Anisimova, 30-love, and I think the crowd might be getting on Anisimova's nerves as well. Anisimova had a set point in the last game. Fritz holds first game of the second, by the way. All right. Anisimova makes another error. 40 love. I don't know. Anisimova's looking sketchy. This crowd's cheering everything Wong wins, and Anisimova's not having fun. Wong serves to get to the tiebreak. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Great second serve. All right, tiebreak. Who you got winning this tiebreak, chat? Who you got? All right. As Fritz hits in the net, it's 1-1 in the second. All right, Anisimova serving. I feel like Anisimova needs this set. She had a set point. And I think the crowd might be getting on her nerves. As that goes wide by Wong. 1 love. One zero. As the return goes into the forehand of Wong. Forehand from Anisimova down the line. Wong with the backhand. Into the forehand of Anisimova. Wong again to the forehand of Anisimova as Wong goes down the line. Anisimova there with the backhand cross. Wong gets it. Backhand Anisimova down the middle. Into the forehand of Wong as Anisimova backhand cross. Wong gets that with her backhand. Anisimova is doing all the hitting. But now Wong with a bit of a good forehand and Anisimova in the net. 1-1. Okay. One all. As Wong serves. As that goes into the net by Wong. Too strong by Anisimova. 2-1. Did you say Wong's name twice? No, I said Wong. 30-15 here for Fritz. Trying to stay in front. Three one. 3-1 Anisimova. As Fritz in the net with the backhand, it's 40-30. All right, as Wong gets back the mini break and Anisimova in the net. Fritz stays in front 2-1. Double fold Anisimova. And it's 3-2 Anisimova. Wong back on serve. As we had a fault second serve. By the way, to the person correcting me in the chat, if I say Wang, is that better or worse? I feel like that is worse. I feel like Wong is closer to the... we don't have that letter that you just put in the chat. I don't know what that letter is, so... I'm trying my best. 3-0. It's my accent. All right, 3-0. Anisimova had a set point. Had a 3-1 lead in this tiebreak. Wong is closer. Yes, thank you. All right. I know it's like, isn't it like Wong or something like that, right? But I'm saying it so quick that just in my accent. I think it's like Wong, right? Like you got to say it like it's like a longer sound, right? Anyways, 3-0. As Wong serves down the tee of fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the front of Anisimova. Wong with a forehand into the nets. 4-3 Anisimova with a mini break again. As Musetti hits it in the net, love 15. As the return goes into the forehand of Musetti here. Backhand now goes in from Fritz to the forehand of Musetti as Fritz into the slice of Musetti. Fritz with the backhand again. To the backhand of Musetti as Fritz goes with the forehand cross court. Musetti's got it with the forehand into the forehand of Fritz. Fritz in the net and it's 15-0. And it's 5-3. Anisimova in this tiebreak. As the return goes to the backhand, and Anisimova puts it away. 6-3 to Anisimova. As Wong serves. Serve. Into the front of Anisimova. Good return. Wong gets it back. Anisimova forehand to the backhand of Wong as we get a backhand Anisimova down the line. Wong forehand cross court. Anisimova hits it wide on her forehand and it's 6-4. All right, 30-all here. Fritz wants that break. All right, set point number 2 for Anisimova. Serving to the backhand of Anisimova. Forehand from Wong is a slice. Anisimova pass. Too strong. And Anisimova takes the first in the tiebreak. Okay. Okay. Break point for Fritz. 30-40. First set, by the way. 6 winners. 14 errors from Wong. Only 2 break points. No breaks to serve in that set, by the way. Great set of serving from both ladies. 13 winners. 16 errors from Anisimova. All right. Break point for Fritz. To get a break in the second. As Musetti with a great serve out wide. We get the deuce. Beautiful serve, Musetti. As we just serve again from Musetti. That's a fault. Second serve. You're correct. I just Googled the pronunciation of Wong. And Google says it the same way, like long. All right, advantage Musetti. As Musetti serves. Into the forehand of Fritz. Musetti with a backhand slice. It's a drop shot. Fritz is going to get there. And hit a backhand down the line. Great shot. Pick up by Musetti. Goes wide. And it's back to deuce. Okay. Here we go. 7-6 Anisimova. As Wong hits it in the net and it's left 15. But Chad, this is the first time we had a tiebreak for like so long. Finally we're getting some getting some tennis. As Musetti puts it away. And it's advantage Musetti. All right, Musetti to level the second. 6-minute game. Serve to the forehand of Fritz. Return goes back on Musetti. Fritz with a forehand cross court in the net, and it's 2-all. Musetti holds. By the way, Musetti, we got to think about Musetti physically too, because he did play a 5-setter in the crazy weather the other day. How's he going to feel if this match does go to a 4th set? It's not cold outside. It's warm. It's not as hot as the other day, but it is warm. So physically, how's Musetti going to be if Fritz can win this set and we get like a longer 3rd set? Something to keep an eye on. 30-0. All right. So it goes out by Fritz, and it's left 15. And 30-all here. Wong trying to get in front in the second. And Anisimova hits a return winner, 30-40. Winner of Anisimova, Wong will take on Pegula, and the winner of Musetti Fritz will take on Djokovic. As Fritz hits a nice forehand. And it's 15-0. There's a backhand from Wong down the line. Great shot. And Anisimova gets it back somehow. And then Wong with a slice down the middle. And Anisimova backhand slice goes in. Wong with the backhand finally through Anisimova. And it's deuce. All right, Fritz 15-0. And Fritz makes another error, 15-30. There's a bit of forehand winner there from Fritz. He gets the 30-0, and Anisimova's got a break point. Backhand return. Goes wide, and Wong gets back to deuce. Lovely hitting from Fritz there. Great volley. All right, backhand Musetti is good. Fritz with a forehand. Now Musetti back in the rally. Fritz with the pass. Musetti with the volley. Too good. Too good, Musetti. 30-40. He is just outplaying Fritz completely. All right, advantage Anisimova to get that break. Serve forehand to forehand now as Anisimova overhits it. Deuce. Still no breaks in this match. All right, break point Musetti. 30-40. Serve out wide. The return goes long by Musetti. And we get the deuce. As that goes out by Wong. Advantage Anisimova. All right. Nice serve by Fritz. Musetti returns. Fritz with a smash. Musetti with a forehand in the net. Oh, he had a chance to get back in it, Musetti. Okay. Anisimova gets back to deuce. Wong surviving. 3-2. Fritz stays in front. All right. Advantage Wong. Good serve. 1-2. 1-2. We back? Let me know if we're back. Are we back? All right. One in the chat over here. Hello. 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 Fritz, by the way, is getting treatment on his side. Are we back? We back? Hello? Hello? One in the chat if we're here. One in the chat if we're back. Fritz getting a medical timeout, I think, on... or is he just getting the trainer out to have a look? We're back? All right. Yay. All right, Anisimova. Serving. It's one love Wong. Sorry, one love Anisimova. She broke in the meantime. Sorry. Anisimova got the break while we were gone. What happened? My internet cut out because of course it did. Because why? Because why not? Pardon me. All right. 3-2 Fritz. Love 15 here. So this is over finally breaking after an hour. All right, Musetti, 15 love. Oh, what's wrong with Fritz? Oh, I thought you were asking what's wrong with my computer. We are back, right? One in the chat if we're back. Love 30 here. Chance for Wong to break straight back. As Musetti serves in the form of Fritz. Musetti with a drop shot. Too good. 30 love. We're back. Good. All right. Yay. Fritz will retire. Fritz will not retire. I don't know. What do you want to happen? Why retire? Do you need him to retire for some reason? All right, 15:30. Chance for Wong to get back on serve. And 40 love for Musetti. Into the backhand for Fritz down the line. Great shot. Musetti gets with the forehand of the stretch. Fritz drop shot. Musetti slice. Goes into the forehand of Fritz. Musetti with the volley in the net. 40-30. Oh, sorry, 40-15. $40-15. $40-15. As a return goes out by Fritz. All right, 3-3. Musetti holds. Wong's got break back points. I think these are the first break points of the day for Wong. 15-40. All right. 3-all. Musetti holds. As Anisimova in the net. All right, we're back on serve. 1-all. 2 breaks after no breaks. Okay. 15 love here as Fritz wins the first point. We get to 1-all in this second set as Wong hits an ace. 15 love. All right, 15-0. And 30 love here for Fritz. All right, 15-30. As Anisimova tries to break again. Return goes in. And Anisimova gets to 15-40. Great return. All right, 15-40 to get the break. As Wong hits a great serve, 30-40. As we're back in from Wong, sliced and out. There's the break. All right, 3 breaks in a row after no breaks. All right. Okay. Love 15 here. As Fritz on the run. Goes the volley. Musetti puts it away. Love 30. Musetti is playing so well. Love 30. Physio's out on court, by the way. For, I think for Wong. All right, 15-all here as we had a fault from Musetti, second serve. Sorry, Musetti serving. I thought it was love 30, my bad. I thought Fritz was serving, my bad. Anyways, Musetti, 15-all. Great volley. Wong's talking to the trainer. There's a 4 now from Musetti. That goes long. 15-30. All right, 15-30. Wong's just getting a an assessment from the doctor. As Musetti with a good serve, 30-all. Okay. Musetti 30-all. He serves a fault, second serve. As Musetti, good serve, 40-30. Wong's going to leave the court as they get some treatment. They give her some treatment, I should say. Winner of this play is Pegula up, by the way. All right, 40-30. Back in the back end here. Feels like a must-win set for Fritz. 2 sets of love down. I don't know. As Musetti in the net. We get the deuce. All right. First set the fault by Musetti, second serve. As Musetti wins a point advantage. All right. 2-1 for Anisimova as Wong gets a medical timeout. As we're back in Musetti sliced into the forehand of Fritz. Back into Musetti again. The forehand of Fritz. Musetti forehand on the stretch. Fritz again to the forehand of Musetti with a slice. Fritz backhand. Goes wide. Musetti holds. 4-4. All right, 4-4. 4-4. Musetti holds. Back to Fritz. Fritz can't beat Djokovic, but can Musetti? I mean, the way he's been playing today, if he gets through this in straight sets, you got to think he's a chance of at least making it interesting. Okay. Here we go. 4-4 as Fritz hits it long. And it's love 15. Love 15. As we're going to serve now into the forehand of Musetti. Fritz with the forehand. Goes long. Love 30. Big chance. Love 30. All right, backhand Musetti with a slice. Into the back of Fritz. Musetti. Slice again. As Fritz with the forehand into the forehand of Musetti. To the backhand of Fritz. Musetti. Forehand again. To the backhand of Fritz. As Musetti forehand again. Into the forehand of Fritz. He ran around a backhand this time as Musetti goes wide on his forehand. And it's 15-30. Yeah, medical timeout for Wong at the moment. Okay. 15-30. Still a chance here for Musetti to take the break in the second. Forehand out from Fritz. Musetti with a pass. Fritz with a volley. It's too good. 30-all. Great volley by Fritz. That could have been the difference in this set if he goes on to win it. 30-all. Great volley, Fritz. And it had a little bit of side spin as well so that Musetti wouldn't get to it even if he was quick enough to get close to it. It just spun away from Musetti. And then he serves an ace. All right, Fritz, 40-30. Off the line on the serve too. Whew. Okay, Fritz is hanging on. Well, 40-30. All right, Wong's back from the medical timeout. She just got her leg strapped up. As it'll find now from Musetti to the backhand of Fritz. Musetti with the slice. Fritz. Back in again to the slice of Musetti. Musetti hits it out. Good hold by Fritz. We needed that. That volley, remember that, chat. That volley at 15:30 that he gets in. Losing that point, he's down break point. So remember that if he gets this set. All right, 2-1. Anisimova's got the break. We've had 3 breaks to start this third set. We didn't have a 1 break in the first set. All right, 15 love. $15 love. As Anisimova gets 30 love. Big game coming up here for Musetti to try and stay in this set. All right, 40 love. Anisimova to hold. And Anisimova holds. 3-1. 3-1. Okay, 5-4 here. Musetti serving to stay in the set. And he hits a forehand winner. 15 love. All right, 3-1 Anisimova in the second. Wong to serve at 1-3 down. And Musetti trying to stay in the set. Is he the drop shot? It's too good. What a drop shot. 30 love. Great shot from Musetti. One in the chat if we're here, right? It was here, right? Aren't we? We're here. Don't put F's in the chat. Just put 1s in the chat when we're here. All right, 15 love. As Wong serves to the back end of Anisimova, that goes out. $30 love. As that goes in the net by Fritz, 40 love. Wong serves at 30 love as she serves in the front of Anisimova. Return goes front of Wong. And Wong hits a winner, 40 love. $40 love. As Wong serves in the front of Anisimova. Return goes front of Wong. Anisimova forehand again to the front of Wong. Wong in the net, 40-15. And Musetti holds 5-5. 5 all. All right, 40-15. As Wong holds. All right, 3-2. 3-2 the second. But Anisimova's got the break. All right, 5-5. Big game. As he hits the forehand in the net, love 15. Love 15. Big trouble for Fritz. Love 30. Love 30 as Fritz can't get that one either. Love 40, Musetti. Love 40, Musetti. To get the break. Love 40. As Musetti with the backhand cross court. Fritz with the backhand in the net. There's the break. Oh, no. 6-5. Fritz in big trouble. 6-5. Musetti. He's going to serve for a 2-sets-to-love lead. As Anisimova tries to keep in front. With that break. All right. 40 love. Anisimova. As with a fault second serve. $40 love. As the return goes out by Wong. All right, 4-2 Anisimova. All right. Pardon me. All right, one in the chat if we're still here. We're here? One in the chat if we're here. My internet's gone all weird, so just, I'm doing my best. 15-0. Musetti serving for 2-sets-to-love lead. $15 love. As with a fault from Musetti. Second serve. Second serve Musetti. He's got the break 6-5. As the return goes into the net by Fritz. 30 love. Also 15-30 Anisimova. She's looking for that double break. All right, 30 love. Musetti 2 points away from a 2-sets lead. As Wong hits an ace and it's 30-0. And Musetti serves an ace. 40 love for a 2-sets-to-love lead, Musetti. Wong survives, 40-30. For a 2-sets-to-love lead, Musetti serves. He serves. Another ace. Wow. Musetti with back-to-back aces. Takes the second. He's up 2-sets-to-love against Taylor Fritz. And he's 1 set away from Djokovic in the quarters. And Anisimova, she wants that insurance break as we're to find out. Into the backhand of Wong. Wong hits it out. All right, we get the deuce. Anisimova, 2 games away from playing Pegula in a couple of days. All right. One in the chat if we're still here. Are we here? Hello. 5-set, epic 5-setter cancelled. Maybe. I don't think Fritz is going to come back from 2 sets down. All right, advantage Anisimova for the break. The double break to serve for the match. But Musetti up 2 sets to love. What an effort. All right, Anisimova cannot get the double break. Wong survives. Deuce. We get the deuce. See, chat, this is one of the reasons why I don't like streaming when it's Australian time is exactly what's happening now. Like, you go, oh, Cam, you must love streaming during the day. No. I hate it. Because right now, for some ungodly reason, everybody's on the internet in the world, in Australia. And they're using up all the power. We have shitty internet in Australia anyway. But even worse when, like, everybody's home. Today is also a day off, so nobody's at work today. So even worse, everybody's on phones, everybody's on Netflix. It's a nightmare. So everything that's happening right now is why I don't like streaming during the day. All right. So yeah. So now you know why. Now you can feel the pain. This painful experience of shit internet. Anyways, Anisimova trying to get the double break. Oh, backhand goes wide. Just missed. Advantage Wong. And Fritz serving first in the third. I don't know how many times Fritz has come back from this position, but we'll see. Take a hell of an effort. If we can do it again. All right, love 15 is Musetti. Love 30. Fritz keeps hitting it out. Love 30. All right, forehand now from Wong. She comes to the net. Pass Anisimova. Volley from Wong. Too good. 4-3. Wong holds for now. All right. 4-3. Anisimova with the break in the second. Pardon me. Get Starlink. Okay. I'll just, I'll get, I'll magically create a money tree and buy that. Sure. Yes. I'll pay with it, with air. I'll buy it. With what? 1540. As we just slice down the line of the forehand of Fritz, forehand over Musetti. Into the forehand of Fritz as Musetti gets the break in the third. It's 2 sets to love and a break. And Fritz has got the biggest mountain to climb. And I don't know if he can do it. Look, it's a nice suggestion, but also I pay too much for what I'm trying to use with this service that I don't have now. So that sucks. Yes, please tell me why. Give me more information about the internet facts of the world internet, and it's not that big of a deal, like not that much of a use. That's great. Thank you for definitely. It's exactly what I need right now is education on internet law. That's great. That will help me with this problem I'm having right now. Thank you for telling me about the internet. Yay, that's great. Thank you so much. Wait, nope, the connection's still bad. Okay. Didn't help. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. All right. Yep. Again, thank you for telling me that the worst internet in Britain is at 2 o'clock. Cool. Totally helpful. 30-15. I think there's just an outage in the area because it's hot and everybody's at home and using all the technology. So I just gotta grit our teeth and get through this. And these matches are going along good anyway. And it's not doing that bad. It's just a bit choppy. It'll be fine. Maybe your leaders don't allow the internet in Australia. Yes, maybe it is the leaders. Maybe we should blame the government for everything. Because it's their fault always, you know. And I'm sure they'll listen to me. I'll just go down the road and knock on the Prime Minister's door. Excuse me, can I please have internet? That goes out by Fritz. By Musetti, 15-0. Where's... Debbie, you still here? 5-3 Anisimova. Anisimova. All right, good serve by Musetti. 30-15. He's up a set and 2 sets 11 a break. As Wong serves to stay in the match. And she's a 4-game winner, 15-love. Musetti's comfortable. Yeah, he's kicking ass. Okay. $30-love Wong. 30-love. Serves again. As Anisimova hits herself in the legs after that miss. All right, 40-love. As the return goes back in of Wong, drop shot is too good. All right, Anisimova's going to have to serve for this match. 5-4. Anisimova to play Pegula in the quarterfinals in a couple of days. All right, 5-4. Anisimova. Thank you for turning on the hotspot for me. I'm sure that'll help. Thank you. All right, 5-4. Anisimova. She's 1 game away. Also 30-love. Fritz trying to hold in this third set. Serves an ace down the tee. 40-love. $40-love. As Fritz serves. And Musetti... Nope, there's a double fault by Fritz. All right, 5-4. Anisimova serving for the match. By the way, we have Sinner coming on later. We might actually have a break. I thought the Musetti match was going to go a little longer. Fritz holds. 2-1 Musetti in the third. He's up a break with a 2-set lead. 15-love. Anisimova serves. Another ace. 30-love. Serve again from Anisimova. 2 points away. 30-love. Serving to the back of Wong. Return goes short. And Anisimova hits a long. And it's 30-15. 30-15. Serve again from Anisimova. 2 points from victory. As Anisimova serves. 30-15. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Wong. Backhand out Anisimova to the front of Wong. As Anisimova hits it long. All right, Anisimova, 40-15. As Fritz hits a great volley. He's fighting. Love 15 for Fritz. All right, Anisimova's got 2 match points to take her spot against Pegula in the quarterfinals. Anisimova serves. An ace to finish. That's a great finish. Anisimova gets through. Tough match. And she's now going to take on Pegula. All right. By the way, to the guy that put scores in the chat, that's why you got timed out. All right. Get this guy out of here. Stop putting score. You put all the scores in the chat, bro. You ruin it for everybody. All right. Take on Pegula in a couple of days. Yelena, thank you for the $10. Love what you do. Keep it up. Greetings from cold Chicago. Hey, stay warm. Thank you for the donation. Musetti 3-1. He's up 2 sets, 11 a break on Fritz. All right. All right. As we're back in now to the forehand of Fritz. Forehand from Musetti. Again to the forehand of Fritz. Down the line of the backhand of Musetti. As Musetti in the net. And it's 15 love. $15 love. Fritz trying to create some sort of a comeback. Yay! All right. Internet, why do you get stuff? No. All right. As Fritz serves. And Musetti hits a slice down the line, but it's wide. And it's 30-15. 3-0 Sinner, 3-0 Fritz. You think Sheldon's going to win 3-0? Don't know about that. Rude's better than 3-0. Yay, good or bad? No, it's bad. It didn't come back on. All right, 30-15. Ace from Fritz. 40-15. As return goes into the net by Musetti. All right, 3-2 Fritz. He holds on for now. All right. You might have to check your router, mate. All right. Let's see if Fritz can create a miracle. Let's see. All right. Fritz is doing time pass. He's doing his best. Musetti's up 2 sets, 11 a break, though. I tell you, though, again, besides like the fact that this is close, overall, it's been a very average 24 hours. Since the Alcaraz match on the men's side, nothing has really gone, really been interesting. Which is a shame. All right, 3-2. 3-2 Musetti. All right, 3-2. As Musetti hits it out, love 15. Love 15. As we serve again. Into the forehand of Fritz. Forehand of Musetti to the forehand of Fritz. As Musetti again to the forehand of Fritz. As Musetti forehand again. Goes down the line of the backhand of Fritz. Musetti backhand slice. Fritz with a forehand cross court. Musetti gets it. Fritz backhand. Into the backhand of Musetti. As Fritz backhand again to the backhand of Musetti. Into the forehand of Fritz. As Musetti backhand again. Into the forehand of Fritz. As Musetti again with a forehand. Into that Fritz backhand. Musetti slice. As Fritz goes slice into the backhand of Musetti. Into the Fritz backhand, but Fritz goes wide. Musetti outlasts him. $15-0. $26 shot rally, by the way. Hey, the green light's on. That must mean it's back. Fuck your internet. Where were you 20 minutes ago? Yay! The shit service is back. Let's go. Thank you, chap, for sticking around. I almost left, so that's great. I nearly left. All right. It's just going to have a little bit of a little bit of teething issues. But don't worry, it'll be fine. The green light is on. Green light is on. It's all right. Don't worry. It'll be fine. Now, Fritz just... And then we can enjoy the rest of this match. No worries, Logan. Thank you for joining us. And good luck with your university. All right. 40-15. All right. How many megabytes is your internet? Sounds like you're on dial-up. 4-2. As with a fault from Fritz, second serve. As a backhand return from Musetti. Goes the forehand of Fritz. Musetti with a slice. Fritz with a backhand cross court. Musetti puts up a lob. And Fritz puts away the smash. Just 15 love. $15 love. So yeah, we've got Sinner Darderi coming up a little bit later. So that's happening. 30 love. Raducanu's match is going to start soon as well, so we're just going to wait for that match to end, and then we can watch the match with Sinner and Darderi, and then we can watch the match with Swiatek, which is happening in about 3 hours. $40 love Fritz. $40 love. As Fritz holds 4-3. Now we just need Fritz to come back. Come on now. Come on now. All right. All right. How long a break will we have? Long enough? I don't know how long. Whenever, because Raducanu is starting now, and then yeah, I don't know. Not sure what's going to happen with the Raducanu match, because we'll be back after Raducanu. I hope the internet is not going to retire. Yeah. It's just one of those days where it's a public holiday today, so everyone gets the day off, except for me, and it's a hot day too, so everyone's inside. So that's why the internet, and Australia's internet is basically dial-up, like that guy said. So imagine dial-up internet and the whole house is trying to get on at the same time. That's Australia. So that's why the internet's garbage. Because everybody's inside watching Netflix. Some of us have to work. And I need internet to work. So yeah, January is the worst month of the year. I think I'm pretty adamant about that. I don't like January. It's painful. But don't worry, tomorrow's a new day, and and everyone can go back to work. Go back to work, everybody. And we'll have stable internet hopefully then. Love 15. How many minutes the break? I have no idea. All right, Fritz. Love 15 wins the first point. As Musetti serves a fault, second serve. Serving to the forehand of Fritz. Return goes out, 15-0. But yeah, so we've got Sinner, we've got Swiatek, and we've got Shelton coming up later, and then we've got Eala as well. So we've got a big afternoon still left of tennis, which is fun. Big afternoon. Forehand to the backhand of Fritz. Backhand slice Musetti. As Fritz backhand goes wide. 30-15. 30-15. 30-15. There's a bit of serve. Into the forehand of Fritz. Forehand from Musetti. Again, the forehand of Fritz. Musetti down the line. Into the backhand of Fritz. Musetti with the forehand again to the backhand of Fritz. To the forehand of Musetti. Fritz with the forehand. Into the Musetti forehand. Fritz again with the forehand down the line. That's a great shot. Musetti slices it back. In comes Fritz. And he puts it away. 30 all. Fritz is making the comeback. 30 all. Great hitting from Taylor Fritz. He hasn't been able to break Musetti. That's a great approach right on the baseline. And then the forehand drive volley winner. Big point coming up here for Musetti. 30 all with the break. He's up 2 sets to love. He needs a freebie. He serves. An ace. That is so clutch. That is so clutch from Musetti. And he shouts after it as well. That is such a clutch serve. 40-30. So good from Musetti. There's someone in Musetti's coach's box that is dressed so nicely. Why is he wearing like a pinstripe suit with a sweater? I mean, holy shit. Quit saying that, Cam. Can you stop backseat driving? I'll commentate, you listen, all right? That's how it works. Serve and volley. It's 5-3. Musetti. 2 great points at 30 all. An ace and a serve volley. And he's 1 game away from the quarters to play Djokovic. Which player would be the hardest for Novak? Definitely Musetti. And Musetti having played a relatively quick match, because this is not a long match. A long match would be 4 sets, 5. It's an hour and a half. So, Djokovic has got work to do. Musetti is dangerous and can beat him. Unless Fritz comes back. Serve. As Musetti comes in with a slice, up goes a lob by Fritz. Musetti tweener. That's a lob as well. Oh, it goes in. Fritz hits a tweener. And it goes wide. Musetti points to his ear. He's just having the best day ever. Love 15. Musetti can't miss. Beautiful tweener by Musetti. Fritz tried to do it back, but he missed it. Good lob tweener. Whew. Love 15. As Musetti returns into the forehand of Fritz. Fritz in the net. Love 30. Love 30. Fritz in trouble. Big trouble. Hey, you know what? We might even watch Raducanu. This is actually turning out to be... We could watch Raducanu after this. What's a tweener? It's when you hit the ball between your legs. We could probably watch Raducanu. Because her match comes on before Sinner, so we gotta do something. We haven't watched her either, so it might be a good chance to keep things going. The internet might be shit, but the schedule is actually working out all right. All right, slice from Musetti to the backhand of Fritz. Musetti backhand down the line. Fritz gets with a forehand cross. Musetti goes wide, 15-30. So yeah, we might actually work out all right if this set does end up going to Musetti. Because then it goes Raducanu, Sinner, and then Swiatek. So, hell, we might as well. Otherwise, we're just sitting around waiting for Raducanu to end, and she hasn't even started yet. All right, 15-30. First serve's a fault, second serve. Sounds good? Good. All right, backhand return, the backhand of Fritz, forehand from Musetti. In the net. 30-0. 30-all. Fritz trying to hang on. As the backhand return goes in the net by Musetti, and it's 40-30. 40-30. Winner of this will play Djokovic in the quarterfinals. What's a tweener? I've just Didn't you hear what I said? It's when you hit the ball between your legs. 40-30. Backhand return. Into the forehand of Fritz. Forehand from Musetti to the backhand of Fritz. Musetti. Forehand again to the backhand of Fritz. Off the tape. And in the net by Fritz. And it's deuce. Two points away, Musetti. From the quarterfinals of Australian Open. Has he been to the quarters of every slam if he wins this match? I think he has, right? Semis of quarters of French, semis of Wimbledon, quarters of US, and now 2 points away from the quarters here. That's consistency. Is it a backhand cross-court from Fritz? Musetti gets it back to the backhand of Fritz. Forehand from Musetti. Into the forehand of Fritz. Musetti forehand again. Goes long. Advantage Fritz. To stay in this. One in the chat if you don't know what a tweener is. Because it feels like... One in the chat if this microphone works. Two in the chat if you don't know what a tweener is. All right, advantage Fritz. I know now some of you are just fucking with me. I know you're fucking with me now. You're just doing it on purpose. 5-4. You're just being a smart ass. First person was legit. Second person, third person's just doing it for fun. Get the hell out of here. All right, 5-4. Shut up and rewind the stream. I already answered the question. All right. Fritz has to break to survive. Has my prediction changed from men and women's? Nope. I'm still going with Sinner and Sabalenka. Nothing's changed. Fritz is moving well. He's just being outplayed. He has got he did have a little bit of a repair job on the strapping on his side, but yeah. All right. All right, here we go. Musetti serving for the win. Musetti's played well, very well in this match as well. And he is primed for Djokovic. And I'll tell you, this Musetti might be able to beat Djokovic. He looks very, very confident. It's going to be a hell of a match on Wednesday. Probably going to be Wednesday during the day, I think, as well. All right, 5-4. Musetti serves. Ace down the tee. 15 love. Alcaraz and Coco for the titles, Cam? No, I said Sinner and Sabalenka. I don't think you heard me. Sinner and Sabalenka is what I said. 15 love. As the return goes into the forehand of Musetti. Drop shot is too good. 30 love. 30 love. Musetti's just too good. I hope he plays like this against Djokovic. He's going to need to play like this and better to beat Djokovic in Australia. But, God, Musetti looking so fresh. I tell you, Gil was right. He is number 3 in the world, Musetti. I put him out of the top 10 because I'm stupid. Backhand return. Into the slice of Musetti. Good drop shot again. Fritz gets there but puts it long. 40 love. 40 love. Musetti to get to the quarterfinals of Australia. $40 love to knock out Fritz in straight sets. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Down the tee, the forehand of Fritz. Return the backhand slice. Musetti, another drop shot. Fritz can't get there. Musetti is on fire, and that was the best preparation that he could have for Novak Djokovic, who got a day off today, but he needed Musetti and Fritz to play 5 hours, and that didn't happen. So I don't think there's going to be a physical advantage for either guy going into that final match as he takes in that quarterfinal match. He points to their head, Musetti. He got the one hand backhand. He's taking the Stan celebration with him. Fritz beats Stan, but Musetti beats Fritz and gives him the Stan. All right. Nice work from Musetti. I tell you, that was impressive. Super, super impressive. And he might just be able to do the impossible by beating Djokovic at a Grand Slam, this Grand Slam. If he plays like that. But it's going to be, I mean, a totally different mental struggle, right? Because he's never beaten Djokovic at a slam. He's come close, but that was on clay. I mean, there's just, he's gonna have to play like that, but also believe that he can win if he's gonna do any of that. But I tell you, he is playing as well as he can going into a Djokovic match. Like, he couldn't play any better. And Nole had a day off, and let's see if that affects him, because having that day off, not being tested today, Djokovic, he had a tough match against Van der Zandschulp, but he hasn't played anybody. He went from number 50 in the world to number 3 in the number 5. Like, that's a huge step for Djokovic. He can do it, we know that, but to not have that in the middle match, that stepping stone match to the next level, he's going to jump from Van der Zandschulp to Musetti is a huge jump. So he's got to be ready, Nole, but it probably come down to mental. If Musetti can play like that, but believe, it's game on. All right, because that's the thing with Djokovic against all these guys, except for Alcaraz and Sinner, he's pretty much got the mental side wrapped up, and he's like, well, you can't beat me. You don't think you can, right? It's all mental for most of these dudes against Djokovic at this point. All right, jump over. We're going to watch Raducanu because we can, and there's nothing else going on. So let's watch Raducanu. Let's watch Raducanu versus Mertens, because we haven't watched Raducanu yet this tournament, I don't think. So jump on over there. We'll be back in 5. 6-2, 7-5, 6-4. Musetti takes the win. Again, thanks for bearing with me with the shitty internet. Nothing I can do when that happens. I don't control the weather. But I'll see you guys soon.